Hello, my friends and comrades. Welcome again, guys. We're still moving on to see if we can take the great city of Berlin. I don't know if it can be done, but we're doing everything we can in our power to make it happen. I might even bring another army over right now, and as you can see, I'm launching offensives all across the front, trying to break through these lines. You can see that they're using a lot of Filipino and Brazilian troops, which leads me to believe that maybe they don't have as many troops as we think they do on this front. Over here, I also want to keep crushing in the center. Now, we're doing pretty good here. The problem is these guys are running out of supplies quickly because we're pushing them a little too hard. So we need to be a little more careful. And, of course, I want to watch these areas over here. We want to keep an eye on these guys. They're moving through to Kiev. We really do need to just basically stop them by cutting off their lines. But it's becoming a real pain in the ass to have to deal with them. South Africa. How could you do this? We actually got 3 divisions over here and 5 divisions over here. Bring them over here before I decide what I want to do with them. What will I do with them? That was weird. Let's continue. Alright. Do we actually control 4 of these divisions? Holy crap. Alright, so I'm going to take these guys as well and bring them... No, I'm not going to do that. Let's bring them up here to the front. Because Breslau is one area we definitely want to push in. This is an important German city for sure. Try to cut the enemy off here. Surround them here and smash in. This area is very well defended. And as you can see, it's across a river. If we could break it here, we would be doing very well to get the enemy on the other side of that river. That's what we've managed to do so far, and it's helped us tremendously. So here we go. Berlin is right there, guys. I want to bring everyone here. I don't want them attacking in different areas. We can move southward to go ahead and take this area, give her a little more breathing room to our army. But otherwise, after that, I want to hit Berlin hard. So let's make sure that happens. Go for it, boys. We're so close, guys. It's like being right outside of the gates of Moscow. But in this case, of course, right outside the gates of Berlin. Let's see if we can actually get a victory here. Whoa, they're sending a lot of reinforcements to that southern front. Looks like we might break through the northern front here. Overrun! We've overrun the army, guys. They're still sending more men, though. I think they know what it means to lose this area. Now, we're going to take just 2 units and smack into Berlin. It doesn't seem like enough, I agree, but I get the feeling that they don't have as many units in Berlin as we think they do. They have more units along the front here. Das Front! They're protecting Berlin with Swiss units. They're going to send reinforcements for sure. Yeah, I expected that. There we go. Opening it up. Smash into it. Come on. This is the last stand of West Germany, guys. I want to make sure we aren't cut off while attempting this awesome move. Let's make sure we try to keep them on this side of the river. In fact, we'll cut through some of this area here before they even notice what's going on. Come on, boys. We're almost there. Come on, don't stop now. This is what we've been waiting for. They're sending armored divisions against us, guys. They're trying to close the gap here. Definitely want to take some units and push south. Come on. For the glory of the Soviets. Charge! It'd be great if we could overrun this army as well. on. Got to be careful here. There we go. Berlin is in our hands. Not fully, because we're not getting a message, and maybe we need to take a few more cities here. I think somebody's mentioned we have to go for Munich next, which is quite far from here. We're going to have to do a lot, but that definitely is interesting. I was hoping we'd get a victory message. What we are doing is at least taking back land for the East Germans. Smash through to Breslau. I think these guys can take it. And another victory for us. And we can definitely start smashing southwards. Because right here the enemy does not seem to be very strong, and we want to destroy this little peninsula they have going before they start to exploit it. Move towards Dresden. Well, guys, I will say this. I didn't expect us to be able to push the Allies back all the way to Berlin. That's pretty awesome. Over here, though, is not so awesome, which is, of course, just being constantly annoyed by these enemy units trying to cut through our lines. We can cut them down, but it's a constant irritation for us. Some French units to help. French against Canadians. Oh, interesting. Hit the Belgians. They're great units, but there's not many of them here. And speaking of that, there's not many of our troops here. That's why I was hoping that once we took Berlin, the Germany would capitulate, because basically by taking it, you know, we could have liberated an entire front and had a lot of room to move around here. We still do, but don't get me wrong, it's just not as much as I expected. So let's move into Dresden. Let's hope Dresden is totally been ignored by the enemy. We can maybe just go ahead and cut through here and meet our army, which would be amazing. Creating probably one of the worst situations for Allied forces ever. Much worse than anything they could imagine in terms of casualty losses. But it needs to work. And there we are. We are in Dresden. But they keep pushing on Berlin. We've got to try and push them to the other side of the river. So let's bring as many troops as possible to attack here. I'll even bring some guys from Dresden over. Actually, I'll keep most of them here. I think they'll probably leave on their own. Now let's cut south. Okay, so it looks like they're trying to get to Danzig, and actually I think the reason they're doing this is to try to merge their two armies so they can merge that force with the Norwegians, and we don't want that to happen, obviously, so I'm going to try to cut through once again here. Some of these units could possibly just cut through the enemy lines like they're doing to us. Let's see. Let's see if we can take Leningrad back. Oh, liberating Leningrad would be a great victory. The home of the revolution would be a great victory for our men. Move in there to hit the South African troops, and we're going to hit this Canadian force as well. And in fact, we might be able to cut off the rest of these Brits. I think they'll probably send back reinforcements there, though, but we're winning across the line here. So we just need to keep doing that to them and damaging these forces so they can't break through and just create a really, really long peninsula to get to Moscow. So I'm trying to destroy that idea, and they're actually losing a lot of forces in terms of surrender, because once we cut these guys off and defeat them, those troops are either totally killed or they surrender to us. So it's not exactly the greatest strategy, I think, that the enemy's employing right here, as long as we keep our eyes on it. Cut through here. This is what I'm talking about. And actually, if we can, we'll cut through here. East Germany has many areas now. Okay, losing Dresden again. And let's take the guys from Prague. Try to meet these forces. All Soviet troops, including you. And a lot of the guys in this army, Clement Voroshilow's army, are not very well trained. That's one bad thing here. So we're managing to break through pretty well, but we need to make sure to cement this victory. Some troops for the Bulgarian People's Republic, or excuse me, the Bulgarian Fascist Republic. So We're gonna keep cutting through the lines here. Slice and dice. Beautiful. Keep it up, boys. Open up the area to Poznan again. Overrun! Oh, what? What the hell just happened? Wow. Okay, I don't know what just happened. We just had an army overrun there. And I thought they were moving gracefully towards Poznan. Apparently not. Did that? Wow, that was weird, to say the least. So I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this force. We're going to go ahead and form a new front line with Voroshilov. And it's going to extend around here, because now we're trapped in a pocket. And we need to break through desperately. So that's what we're trying to do now. At this point, Voroshilov just needs to hold off all enemy attacks and try to break through in certain areas. Now, there are 38 divisions here, so it's probably not going to work. Come on, boys. Was this all a trap, a deception? Did the Allies let us take Berlin to give us a false sense of victory? Believe it or not, it's possible. We still have some troops up here, so our front is still kind of open. I think if we send our guys here, it'll be completely open. But losing that army that way was freaking brutal. Cut through this way. The enemy definitely managed to break out of this encirclement we tried. Sort of turned it on us. So now the question is, can we break open this area and get through to our lines? Another question is, how are the Spanish doing? A big question, and it looks like right now, not very good. At least they're taking some of the attention off us, but I don't really consider it that worthwhile, honestly. They're not helping all that much, but they're doing their best, and there we go. We've broken through. That's very good news. I want to go ahead and smack through this way to really open up this front. I want a few troops going through here. Awesome. There we go. We can breathe again. Great. Even over here, we can breathe again. But we do have a lot of crazy Belgians pushing through here. So we're going to smash through the north. Guessing that our war score is getting very low here. Yup. Our men are losing strength little by little, and I mean, just this much fighting is going to wear us down eventually. We did have some amazing victories, though. Some really great breakthroughs. So we're still going to keep on fighting, but I'll be honest with you, the fight gets harder every day. Let's go this way. Still break through a few of these enemy lines. That Canadian division. Okay. The area to Danzig is open, but not in the way we want it to be. So I'm going to give Voroshilov's army an order, and that order is actually going to be to move south. So we're going to set an offensive line. Let me select all, sorry. This way. I hope Voroshilov could follow orders. If not, we do the ultimate southward attack. And actually, we might do pretty damn well here. We've got already victories going all along the front. Oh, yes! We are definitely doing well. The rest of our guys are already moving into this area, so we're going to go ahead and be trapping the enemy here, I think, pretty nicely. Should have done this before, and then we can restructure the line as we take this area back. Keep going, men. All of those trapped enemy troops. Finally, we are in the delivering end of some brutality here. Of course, we'll probably lose Berlin and the rest of these areas, but you know what? I think it's much more important to make sure our army survives. Breakthrough here as well. We're leaving Berlin. Send some troops south. There we go. It looks like they're about to meet up. The Gabersjäger Brigade is attacking here. How dare they fight against their own countrymen? Should be ashamed. But it seems capitalists have no shame. Just look at the Agrippa's advertisements that he plays during his streams. Shit, shut up. Don't say anything about that. Alright, keep going. So here we go, guys. Wow, nice. Opening this up very nicely. I want to keep hitting these areas. Closing up these pockets. Getting this army the hell home. Sorry, Berlin. It was nice knowing you, though. But I think we're ready to go back and form another defensive front. Cutting the enemy off on this side of the river is going to be very useful. Go for it, boys. This is beautiful. It really is. I think this is one of our best offensives yet. Look at that. We're eating up so much territory. Got to watch the south here, but otherwise, this is going pretty damn well, I must say. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, we'll keep trying to make this happen. We've got a lot of things to do, obviously, a lot of positions to take back, but I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far, and this World War is fun, to say the least. Even if we're not going to win it, I'm going to keep fighting to the end. As you can see, the enemy is approaching Moscow, and this could very well be the end. Spell disaster for the Red Army, but we're going to try to make it not happen. I can't promise anything, though. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care, and have a glorious, glorious day. Before we go, we'll go ahead, show you guys the casualties, but you're going to have to pause on your own to take specific looks. Thank you, my friends.